What are trend lines and how to use them and draw them properly? I will show you this in this video. I will show you some special strategy that I'm using that had made me thousands of dollars, and I will also show you in the end of the video how can you get access to my trading tutorial totally for free and a $30,050 bonus. First of all, trend lines, as the name says, is the line of a trend. So with a trend line, you can basically make sure that you are on the wrong or on the right and not on the wrong side of the trend. But how to draw them properly? Many people say, oh, you have to draw it with the wicks, or you have to draw the line only with the candle close. I will talk about this because there are some different strategies, tactics, how you can do this. And yeah, I think you will get a lot of value out of this video, but let's jump into the content. I will not take any more of your precious time. So now I have here the chart in TradingView. I'm using TradingView. If you also want to use it, I will leave you here down a comment, a link, and you can use the software. It's totally for free. You can sign up for free, but there's also a paid version that you can use. Anyway, now you are here and you can, for example, use these tools here on this side. You click here, you can also open it here and you can draw the trend line. I take it from here and now you can connect it like this. So you saw, you just click here and then you click here, you click again and you can use the trend line. So now you can adjust it here to the upside, to the downside, also here on this side. So there are people that are saying, oh no, you cannot connect the wicks because the wicks are just a price. It can be a manipulation. It can go up for a second and then it can go down. You must always connect the candle close, the body. So the truth is that you can do it however you want, okay? You can do it however you want, and it's very important you understand the trend lines are not something that is 100% reliable, okay? It is not like how you call it in English. I'm from Germany, so sometimes I'm missing some words. It's not like something, a definition of a exact price level. So what is it more? I see it as a price zone. I will show you later why. So if we talk about this is a price, this is a trend line. Normally, to draw a trend line, you need 2 points. Okay, obvious. So maybe if you see this, we have a high, we have a low, we have a lower low. Then you can start to draw the trend line, and you see it is well respected. 1, 2, and it goes back again. And here, do you see that the trend line is broken? Okay, so normally here now you can open a trade, and it's the strategy that I want to show you that has made me millions of dollars now. I'm joking, but I made a few $1,000s with this. So you open here long position, you see, oh, it's breaking. Okay, so then you, whenever you see there's a candle close, some people, they're doing it here also. Some people, whenever there is a close below or above or below, whether it's a short of the trend line, they open along. You can basically here on the, on the last candle, okay, the last candle close, you put here your stop loss and you put a 2 to 1, okay? So you see here, you would have won excellent this trade, okay? So yeah, normally even you could here on the candle close, put it and would have won this trade already here. So very easy trade. Some people, they say, no, you have to put the stop loss on the very last low. But even like this, if you have a 2 to 1, this would be, yeah, anyway, a 2 to 1. Let's see, be exact. Yeah, you would even have won it here. Okay, so now I will give you another example for a short trade. Okay, for example, here you have here 1, 2. So for example, here you see it is not real, and there's a little bit, the price goes below. The price can always go below for a second, for some minutes, below a trend line. It depends. For example, here, this is the like 5-minute chart. So there's absolutely no problem for the price ditching down. You can see it here, for example. You see here, it's going down, but then it goes up again and it respects the trend line again and again, hasta I was speaking Spanish with you. So in the end, it's just breaking and then it goes down. So you have to be very careful, because the simple fact that a trend, a price is breaking does not mean that immediately you can open a short or a long. There is some indicator that I use that you can use as a confirmation, and this is the RSI. So whatever you see, for example, here you see a break to the downside. Okay, so you saw here it's already down. So yeah, it's still good. It's still good. But here you can see, here is the real break happen. It goes down, it goes up again. So it confirms the breakdown, and then we go lower. It's very important that you always have a good risk reward in place, So let's say if you would go here inside, you say, okay, Ronnie, you said I should here, I have the trade, it's closed, then I open here the short and I will put on the candle close, and then a 2 to 1 risk reward ratio, 2 to 1. So you see, you would not, is it okay? Is it okay? Okay. So then the stop loss would get hit immediately. So then maybe you try it again here, you try it again here, and you got 3 stop loss hit, but here you would take the trade. So you must start to understand a little bit, also see the volume. If you have a breakdown and there's almost no volume, it's not a good sign. Here you have volume, but even like this, they try to push the price higher. So yeah, I will give you some more examples where you can see that you should not always just 100% think, oh yeah, this is the exact line, we have to draw the exact line, but be flexible with it, So for example, here you can see it, you have here a trend line. So you can see here, for example, you have a trend line, you have here the first point, the second point. Here they try to break through, but they did not. But here you have the confirmation, because the RSI is breaking above the moving average. You see strange is coming in, so you can open here this long trade. Okay, you open a long trade here, you can very easily put it here as a stop loss, and then you mark a 2 to 1. What you can do also here is a strategy that I will tell you. Depends on how much money you have, how much money you can risk. You open a good position here. You open a position, if everything is lining up, it's a nice downtrend, a clear trend line, a nice breakthrough. There's some volume coming in, but he is not really volume coming in. So here maybe you should not do it. But you see also it aligns with, there's confluence with the break of the RSI. So then you could enter with a bigger position, and then maybe you can close in a 2-to-1, 50% of your position, and you can let the rest ride, you know? For example, you could do this. Okay, now I have the 2-to-1. And now I let the rest ride, and I take my stop loss. Okay, I put my stop loss higher. Okay, here you have this, you have this. Okay, then you have this. You go above. Okay, you go higher, and then boom. Here, the price retraces and takes you out. So, but what would you have done here with this trade? So imagine you have a 1 to 7.7, 7.4, 7.5. You risk here $100 in order to make $750. You risk $1,000 to make the $7,500. So this is very powerful. Obviously, it's a very, very simple strategy. So you don't think, oh yeah, we just draw the trend line, and then whenever it breaks, the price goes down and we make a lot of money. If it would be like this, nobody would study anymore. Nobody wanted like to be a doctor or a surgeon or whatever. We just would draw random trend lines and be all rich. But it is not like this, unfortunately. So you can see here also, this is a nice trend line, and you can even see that this is a zone. It is not a real exact trend line. Let's say here, this trend line must be drawn, but you see here it is going down, here it is going down, here it is going down. So you must be a little flexible with it, you know? You cannot say, oh no, now I have to connect here the wicks because that's how it goes. And yeah, then, you know, you could do it. And I prefer always to be a little bit flexible and see if you see a trend line and there are a lot of touch points on one hand, but there are some price action that goes below or above the trend line, ignore it, just ignore it. It's just maybe manipulation intent from the whales to push price higher, push price lower, but then the seller or the buyer steps in. You know, check this example here. You know, you see this? These are like trades. You can do it over and over again. This trade unfolded on the 9th of May, 6:30 in the morning. 6:30 in the morning, and this new trade unfolded at 7:30 in the morning. So it's an hour later. So this is a strategy that you can use really over and over and over again. Okay, and here you would just wait here. Okay, we see this. Yeah, maybe when it's breaking down. Do you have a confirmation? Yes, we have here the confirmation from the breakdown. Here you see that the RSI tries to go above. It's pushed below. So you would enter here somewhere in this place. Okay, put stop loss here and look for a 2-to-1. Yeah, you would get here your 2-to-1 exactly as predicted. Yeah, maybe you would also enter here a little above on the trend line. So it's even, yeah, it's a 2-to-1, you know? You must understand one thing, and this is something very, very important. Whatever I show you here, it's always meant to have a 2-to-1 risk reward, at least. I will never enter into a trade if I don't have a 2-to-1. That means, let's say you win 5 trades out of 10 and you lose 5 trades out of 10. You would say, oh, Ronnie, you're a horrible trader. Everybody can do this. Everybody can win 5 trades out of 10 and lose 5 trades out of 10 because that's, the most probable. This is the law of probabilities, that if you just blindly open 10 trades and you would lose 5 and you would win 5. Okay, perfect. But if I make, let's say, $1,000 in each trade and I win, and I only lose 500 because I always have a 2-to-1, then I would, with 10 trades, win 5,000, and I would lose 5. It's 250, right? 5 trades, $500, $2,500, or $2,500, but I would make $5,000 in the winning trades. So that means I would still, after 10 trades and 5 trades I've lost, still make $2,500. This is a good deal. You tell me, put me in a comment, is this a good deal to just lose 5 trades and win 5 trades and make $2,500? Is it good? I showed you here. In 1 hour, I made like 2 trades. Okay, now, what happened if I'm a horrible trader and I lose 6 trades and I win 4 trades? You would say, oh, Ronnie, stop trading, do something else. But imagine, I make $1,000 when I win and $500 I lose when I lose. So I win 4 trades, it's $4,000. I lose 6 trades is how much? $3,000. So I still make $1,000 even if I'm a horrible trader and I lose 6 trades out of 10 and I only win 4. I still make money. Why? Because of the risk-reward ratio. That's the most important. More than trend lines, moving averages, indicators, whatever. Learn risk management. I will make a video about this. Put me a comment if you like me to make a video about this, then I will do it. But if nobody is interested, then why should I do it? Put me a comment here. So I will give you some 2-3 more examples. It's very important to have confluence, you know. It's not just like, oh, Ronnie told me to draw a line, and whenever the price goes up into this line, then yeah, I make money, you know? Okay. Yeah, maybe here you would also, let me show you some nice example. Yeah, here, this is a nice example. Okay, this is a nice example. You would just draw the trend line here, or maybe you would draw it here, okay? You would draw it here. This is a very, very nice example, okay? You would obviously, because you don't know, you don't see this here. So what would you do? You would enter here into a short position, as I told you. Maybe you would, if this candle is very, very far away, so then it doesn't make sense. You should just do the stop loss a little below the trend line, and then take a 2-to-1, okay? So would you have won this trade even if it's late, goes back later? Yeah, you would have won this trade. You entered here on the candle close. Even you could do it better. Here you enter, you put your stop loss here below the last candle, and you would even have a 2-to-2-7. So you see, you can always make it. Then it goes up and it goes down again. You could even do the trade again here, you know, and also the RSI is telling you here, hey, there's a move to the downside. Okay. So yeah, I mean, you must be patient. You must just look into the charts, and you must, here, for example, also, this is very hard to trade like this, you know, because you have no wicks. You can almost you have a few small wicks. So you see here, going down, close a candle here. You have the RSI coming up. So here at least you can go inside. Yeah, let's try it. You know, so maybe you would go here inside, somewhere here. You would put your stop loss here. This was the last candle that closed, but more or less, okay. So, and then, yeah, 2-to-1, okay. So you see, this is very, very basic. All that I'm showing you here is very basic, but I think I'm a true believer of the simple things work. You know, obviously, if you manage thousands hundreds of thousands of dollars, this is not a strategy that works for you, maybe because you have a lot of capital. But if you want to grow a small account, if you want to start to trade, if you want to start to understand how the market moves, this Trendline strategy is very, very effective. So, summarizing, trend lines should not be seen as a very, very defined price level, but more a little bit flexible as a zone. You can add a zone to it. If the price dips a little bit down or above, if it's a short trade that you're looking for, it's not a problem. The trend line, basically, you can draw if you have 2 points that you can connect. But it is valid after 3 touches, okay? After 2 touches, you can draw it. After 3 touches is valid. And I use the RSI for a confirmation. And also, yeah, I have not really found a good example for this. Yeah, here, for example, you can see it. The volume, okay? Even here, you can see, okay, the volume is picking up a little bit. The volume, you know, you should always look at the volume. When there is a volume increase, then normally it's a good sign. You know, here you can see the downtrend, but it's very difficult to draw this line. And then if you have a volume increase or decrease, then you can be sure, okay, something is going on. You can do this also in every time frame. So I showed you this in a 5-minute time frame, but you can also do this in a, let's say, 1 minute, 1 hour time frame. Okay, so let's see here. You have here a trend line. You see this trend line breaks. Okay, and then you open a short, but always try to preserve your capital. That's the most important thing. So if you see here the trade goes into winning territory, for example, you would here as the break, open it, you put your stop loss. There is not even a wick on the candle close, and a 2 to 1. Imagine this would be a 2 to 1. Would we have won this trade? Yeah, even if this trade, you might think, oh, yeah, look, no, we would have won this trade. If it goes down, even when, if you would go here inside this trade, okay, when it's a retrace, imagine we have this breakdown, we have a retrace, the trade gets activated exactly on a trend line, and boom, we have a 2 to 1. Very easy, you know, even more. This trade would give you even a 266. So yeah, that's basically it. If you want to learn how to trade and you want to get amazing bonuses, here I will leave you now a video how you can get bonus from BBIT, and I will show you in this BBIT tutorial step by step how to trade, how to start, how to register, how to open your first trade, how to use a simple trading strategy, how to calculate leverage. So if you really want to learn something a little bit more sophisticated and have better strategies, have an edge. That's the most important thing. If you are a trader, you have to have an edge. Otherwise, you're just guessing. And you know, in trading, it's like, I take your money or do you take my money? If you know more than me, if you have an edge, yeah, probably you will take my money. If I know more than you and I have an edge, I probably will take your money. So you must have an edge. That's very important. If you like this video, leave me a thumbs up, put me a comment. Hey, Ronnie, your videos are horrible. Your videos are boring. Or hey, Ronnie, I like your video. You're funny, and I want to learn more. Tell me about this, and this. Tell me what you want me to talk about. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you very much, and see you in one of my next videos. After this video, you will see also the recommended video where I show you how to register an account and how to get a $500 free trade in BBIT and amazing bonuses. So stay safe, take very much care of your crypto, and see you tomorrow. Bye.